Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Here's Prince. Pass to Trent. Puts up a three. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Caruso with it. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. He buries it from three. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Misses off the right iron.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Knocks it loose. Trent.
Gary Trent Jr.
Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Gary Trent Jr.
Knocks down the triple.
3 points.
Trent's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his 3-ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the 3-point line tonight. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
From behind the arc.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Lopez.
And Lopez gets it to go.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave him all alone at the arc.
The Bucks trail. Here's Lillard. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Here's Lopez.
Lopez.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And that's unselfishness right there. Full display. Giannis wanting to get it to open teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
3 on none, no one back. Fires the 3. No good. He's shooting only 3 for 10 so far. The Bucks leading by 4. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Lillard. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's Milwaukee now. 6-point game. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
He pulls it. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Beyond his wingspan, Giannis's timing is what makes him a special shot blocker.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition.
16.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Well, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Lopez. Finished off the break. Lopez has got 6 points.
Boy, you got to love how Lopez really puts himself in position to help his team wherever they need him. He works hard to contribute on every play. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Lillard double team. Here's Prince. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Boy, that time the setup was perfect, and Prince had an easy shot from mid-range there.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. To the paint. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Caruso. Outside for Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Lillard. And Milwaukee has possession. Trent from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Caruso misses. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 4. Ooh, strong moves from Giannis inside.
When Antetokounmpo is driving, he's locked in on finishing no matter what the defense hits him with. Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Trent right side. Out to Lillard. From deep. Free ball from Lillard.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Trent outside. Three-pointer. No good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Caruso. To snap the cold streak. Launches it. And it's Shea hitting the three.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Substitution.
The Bucks leading by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. .119 left in the second. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's SGA. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
SGA using that size.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here's Portis. Connaughton outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Thunder trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Wide open. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
In close, Antetokounmpo delivers.
You know that this is where Giannis wants the ball, but how do you stop him? I don't have the answer.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Connaughton. The 3 is up. Not going to go that time. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Bucks ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Williams from long range. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got 9.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc.
Really plays both ends nicely. Dort does the little things right.
Pass to Caruso. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
The assist.
Oklahoma City trailing. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
A clever scorer who reads the floor beautifully. The floater is just one of many ways Gilgeous-Alexander can beat you.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And here are the Bucks now. There's Jackson with the three.
I can't lie, I love to see that kind of physical play under the rim. He boxes out and claims the rebound.
Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
And it's good. 2 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Bucks making a switch here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Lillard. Here's Jackson. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-pointer. Jackson's got 6 here in the quarter.
Head up, scanning the floor, surveying the situation. Lillard makes a terrific feed. Excellent point guard play.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
What a make! Giannis for 3!
Can't give Giannis a good look from 3. He's really improved that part of his game.
Williams with the screen. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Takes the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. 1:19 left in the third. Jackson for 3. The shot won't fall. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. They lead by 1. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Rebounded by Trent. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Nails it from 3.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Look at Chet using his size inside.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
Pass to Portis. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, and the release. Was before the buzzer, but it's off target. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City.
43.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Lillard. Pass to Lopez. Now here's Trent. And the foul on Alex Caruso.
It's Caruso.
That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Lopez in the post. The three from Prince. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Next substitution. Number 55. DeLon Wright.
Antetokounmpo, right side. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard him.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops in the layup for two. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 31.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Here's Williams.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the Bucks making a change here. And Williams drops them both. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy levels, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Pass to Caruso. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Lopez. The Bucks trail by 4. Here's Trent. Back to Prince. Trent outside. Let's go with a three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches a three. He drops it from range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 39.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
There you have it, Prince stepping up big time. This guy played all 4 years in college, and you see evidence of that confidence and maturity there.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a three, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
I'm not quite ready to go there yet, but it certainly sounds like the crowd is with you on that idea.
Back to Trent. Pass to Wright. Just 3 to shoot. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 15-6 run. They get the rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 44.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. 1:31 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Thunder leading by 9. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams on the wing. Knocks down the long J. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Thunder.
It seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Thunder.
Oklahoma City ball.
35 seconds left in the fourth. Screen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 50 points.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Gets the three to fall.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Sees the lob. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. And so Oklahoma